Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Jennifer Ben Brahim. Coming up today. From the underground to the global stage, Quartet Da Cruz make contemporary world music with a message. Frontwoman Mariana Da Cruz is here to tell us about their latest album, Sistema, an exploration of her African and Brazilian roots through sound. And I'm also joined in the studio by rising star Morenike. The Nigerian-Italian singer-songwriter's music is a continuous search for identity, desire, and belonging. She just dropped her debut EP, Nobody Knows My Name, and I'm pleased to say that both are in the studio to tell us more about their projects. Welcome to France 24.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, I found that little kind of common theme for both of you to start the show. You both left your respective hometowns to go settle somewhere else to make your music. Now, Mariana, you live in Bern, Switzerland, and Morenike, you are right here in Paris. Why this decision to move abroad, and how has it shaped your music? Starting with you, Mariana.
For me, I am so curious because I live in Brazil. Then I decide to go outside to find out my roots, my African roots. Then I went the first time in Lisbon, Portugal. And then there I discovered so many the communities from Angola, Mozambique, Cabo Verde. And then for me, I think it's this information from my grandfather, African. And I try to go to listen the music and live it together with the guys and discover the culture, how what's happened in this place, in this scene from the music. And now I live in Switzerland. And for me, outside from Brazil, I think my eyes is more open. Then I can see what's happening, what's going on in Brazil, and I am more free to write my lyrics and say for the people, wake up and look for the problems what we have, and together we can find one way.
So that distance helps you to kind of have perspective on what's going on back at home and feel connected. Okay, it's interesting.
Yes.
And what about you? Why Paris? Why a decision to move from Italy to Paris?
Well, I think it was the music itself that brought me here. I wrote this project when I was still in Rome, and I was looking for a producer and a label that could help me shape this vision. And once I just decided to text one of my favorite producers, which he lives here, his name is Makolan, and he really liked the project, and he just told me, okay, now you have to move to Paris. And that's what I did. And I think it was a really good decision for me because I love Paris, and I feel like it's a really good city to experiment. I have a jazz background. I think it's a right city to explore that type of music.
And you feel like your sound has changed being in Paris as opposed to Rome?
Yes, a lot actually. Like this project, I wrote it before Paris, but the music I'm writing now, it's a bit different. And it has a bit of a Parisian vibe, I think.
Now, Mariana Da Cruz are back with a new album, Sistema. And what I love is that you're really blending different genres on this record, specifically the latest trends in modern Black music. Tell us more about that.
I come from the traditional Brazilian music. Then I want to mix this Afro style inside. Then we have amapiano, we have shatta, and for me it's important to look in the future for the music, a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more new, a little bit more fresh. And I think in this album we have this chance to make this. I am Brazilian, then I know I love samba, I love the baile funk, what we have. But for me, it's important when we have something new.
Well, we're going to listen to a perfect example of this. This is the track Tudo Bem Mais Complicado, or Everything's Fine, Just Much More Complicated. Take a listen.
De liberdade, igualdade, alma lavada e leveza de coração. Você se lembra de nós dois olhando a linha do horizonte e tudo era capaz. Convencidos de que as barreiras só existem em nossas mentes. Tudo bem, tudo bem, tudo bem, tudo bem. Mas complicado, emaranhado, fio que parece ser. Tudo bem,
Now, Mariana, what is this song about?
This song is about my generation. And so many people have frustrated for the
Frustrated, yeah.
situation. And in this time, I think we have more time to dream more and to desire a little bit more good situation.
So it's a positive message for kind of like the future of
Yes,
Brazil.
I think we need in Brazil. I think we need to dream more. We need to. I think we need to survive. We need to bring up new doors, new open for new things. I think.
Was messages we definitely need to hear right now. Now, Morenike, you mentioned earlier that you have this classical kind of jazz background, but this new EP, your first EP, Nobody Knows My Name, is kind of similar to Da Cruz, like blending different genres. We hear some Oriental African percussion, grunge, trip hop. Why was it important for you to kind of step away from what people expect you to do with this classical background and blend genres?
Well, you know, the main concept of the EP was me trying to find my identity, because I felt like I couldn't feel attached to any nationality. But even with music, I studied a lot of different types of music, and I always loved a lot of different kinds of music, and I just couldn't fit in one genre. So I started to write this project thinking, why don't I just try to mix together all my favorite things? I really love grunge, and I really love jazz, but also R&B. There's a lot of different things that just came together naturally, actually. Like, it was not made on purpose. But yeah, that was my way to kind of explain myself and my also diverse nature, which has nothing to do with, it's just my taste. It's simply what I love to do.
You don't have to be put into one musical box. Well, let's listen to one of the tracks off the EP. This is Mysterious and Wild.
But I don't need to get up. If I see your eyes, my world is on fire. Suddenly, tighter. You'll be my guide for the night. I follow you down, I see the reflection of you by my side. The sweat on your skin shines, and I wonder.
So that was Mysterious and Wild, and it was very kind of haunting sound. You seem to be singing all about desire, illusion, curiosity, and you also sing about this mysterious figure. Tell us about this figure. What is the song about?
Well, you know, I think like a lot of people of my generation, I was 18 when there was COVID. So when COVID ended, it was actually the beginning of my like going out, like, and I think that's a phase that people have usually before, but since it was COVID, I couldn't. And so yeah, just started to explore this night world, and I was fascinated by the illusions that can come with it. And also, you know, when you're a newbie, you just see like this really, I don't know, like cool people who just look like they belong there. And the song is about following this mysterious figure during the night, just to discover that all that coolness maybe is just like a part, you know, that you can fake it in some way.
Now, Mariana, on this album, you experimented a lot with artificial intelligence, specifically for the artwork and the videos. Tell us more about that decision and how did it go?
This is a funny way to make the video, because if we make the video we made before costs a little bit more, 10,000 or something like that. But now in this experiment, I think it is not perfect yet. We try to work with this IA, and he doesn't make what I want. He make mistake. Now for us to work with IA is really funny, and this mistake I think we like.
Did you like what it came up with? Did you like the imperfections? That
Yes,
it had?
we like this imperfection, because we try to say for the IA, make something more movement. She say no, I don't make. You know, then for us, oh, she's not perfect. Then I think for us, this process to work with these EIs is quite curious. It's quite good.
And Morenike, can you see yourself leaning in one day into using artificial intelligence? What's your relationship with it?
I don't know. It's still something that it's interesting, and I think it could be used in many ways. There are some artists that are doing it really well, but for me personally, I don't know. I think I grew up with a fascination with the 90s and the 70s, and I have a bit of a vintage heart, and I love jazz, and so I grew up watching videos of Nirvana and Ella Fitzgerald. So that has always been my visual taste, and that's something I would like also to recreate in some way in my work. So yeah, I think I have a different vision of it, but I think it could be really cool in some ways.
I'm sad to say we've come to the end of the show. It's gone very quickly. And I want to thank Morenike and Mariana Da Cruz for coming to speak to us on France 24 today. Now we're going to finish with another great female artist. That is Swedish pop icon Robyn. Sexistential is her 9th studio album, and according to her, her horniest record yet. She sings about being a single mother, reconnecting with desire and her own physicality. She's heading out on her Sexistential tour, stopping off right here in Paris on the 1st of July. We'll play out with the track Talk to Me. Now, for more arts and culture, you can head to our website. There's more news coming up on France 24 right after this.